What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're back with I think this is part 4 of the collection video. So this is the Broken Famous collection. And this is 20 years of me collecting. And we're going to go through about 10 shoes at a time, give or take. Hopefully you guys like it. If you missed the first 3, go back, watch them. You'll get all caught up. And for those of you that are new, this is Vintage Kicks Gallery. You don't have to go far for the first one. Check it out. We have a pair of 1994 Jordan 3 white cements, and also known as the white cement 88. Guys, this is probably, I mean, outside the one, definitely my favorite Air Jordan of all time. I think it's definitely the cleanest Air Jordan design of all time. You really can't beat this, especially in the 94 cut. Obviously, I wish I had an 88 OG, but the 94 is the second best pair. So guys, they nailed it on this retro. They're very accurate to the originals. There are a couple little things here and there, but all in all, amazing representation from the 88. The quality on these things is amazing, and you've already seen you do have to do some modifications to make them wearable. Number 1, the midsole. Number 2, these back tabs. They almost always have to be swapped. Here's the good part though. You can pick these up for next to nothing with crumbled soles because people don't want to mess with it. You can throw on a midsole. It's not that hard to do. The tab swap, we've already showed you how to do. Really easy. You've got some heat for not a lot of money. All right, next up we have a pair of 1985 OG Dunks, and if you haven't seen it, these are part of a restoration video that we've already done. Go back, watch it. It's a good one. It's actually one of my favorites, but these were copped in Japan for next to nothing. They came completely beat, and we completely restored them. They're amazing now. They are fully wearable, although I haven't worn them all that much, but they are wearable. And guys, you really can't beat an OG Dunk with that oversized check. Everything about them is pretty incredible. The problem that they do have is a lot of times this upper collar will split, but we know a fix for that, right? All right, next up in line, we have the I want to say these are 2017 red metallics. So we have the OGs of these, the 85s, but this retro went under the radar for a long time. These actually hit the outlets along with the Navy pair. Now they've gained steam just like any other Jordan 1, and they're selling for ridiculous amounts of money. If you guys missed these the first time around when they sat at the outlets, don't buy them now. Trust me on that. They're not worth what they resell for now, in my opinion, but they are a super clean colorway. I wear these pretty often because you really can't wear the OGs or they're going to crumble. My pair's in way too good a condition to wear, so this is the next best thing. I would love to see Jordan Brand, please listen, come out with a proper retro of the metallic pack because I don't think they've done it justice just quite yet. I'd love to see the orange, I'd love to see the purple. They've already done that, but the green too, with just the real metallic. I don't want to see this plastic. I want to see it as it was with the 85 OG shape, please. So add that to my Jordan wish list, and Jordan Brand, please listen. All right, next up we have a very rare dunk. I want to say these are 2008, but let me verify that. They're 2007, late 2007, so they very well could have released in 2008. I believe this is Blue Ice and Shy Pink, but I could have that wrong. I don't think there's an actual name for them. Guys, I tried to find a comparable pair for sale to do those little info cards that you've already seen with this. I couldn't find them, so nowhere actually has these in stock. I am surprised that these aren't more well known because they're a pretty incredible pair, in my opinion. They've got this really cool texture on the check. It's like a cracked, almost eggshell leather look to it. Really, really cool. This gray, this is more of a gray than a blue, but it is, you know, considered ice blue. And then you've got this dope tan interior with the pink accents. I just think it goes together really well. And the pink laces, they come factory. This is not an homage to your guys' hero, Travis Scott. I'm just joking, I'm just joking. All right, guys, so let's move on. All right, moving right along, we have a custom. So I made these Rookie of the Years into Black Toe Rookie of the Years. So we all know the Dark Mocha is about to come out. They look very similar to these. I'll just flatter myself and say Jordan Brand stole the idea from me, even though it's not true, but we'll just continue to believe that. But guys, I did something really interesting on these that really makes them pop, and that is I did not coat the edges of the suede or the nubuck with the dye. So they have the tan still on the cut edges, kind of an homage to the 85, but it really gives these a lot of depth and a lot of contrast. Really like these. They go super hard in the fall and winter months. What more can I say? Rookie of the Years have gotten out of hand just like every other Jordan 1 as far as pricing, but there was a time that you could pick these up for around retail, maybe a little bit over, and I'm glad I got a couple pairs because we've got one that's regular, we've got one that's customized, and I'm curious which one you guys like more, but to me it's the Black Toe all the way. This is just a dope looking shoe. I'm not surprised that they're doing it for the Dark Mocha, but you know, of course I'm gonna like my own work. All right, moving right along, we have another 94 Jordan 3, this time the black cement. And I know this is generally the crowd pleaser, the one that you guys like the most. I like the white pretty much, but guys, these aren't far behind. They look just incredible on feet with this shape. This is the pair that we did the back tab swap with already, so they're good to go. I unds them not long ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, after I did a sole swap, and these back tabs completely crumbled on me, so glad to have them back operational again, and these definitely are going to get some wear again. Obviously with quarantine, or the Q word, we have not been outside lately to kind of, you know, stretch our legs with any of these, but as soon as everything opens back up, these guys are gonna be worn. So a lot of people ask, you know, what's the quality like on these 94s? And like I said, same with the black as the white, they're just really, really good quality, and they nailed this shape. As I've said countless times before, pretty sure this is the best retro Jordan Brand has ever done. The box is dope too. If you guys haven't seen a 94 box, I'll put one on the screen here. Yeah, it's pretty dope. But all in all, one of my favorite, if not my favorite retro of all time is the white, the black right behind it. All right, next up we have another custom. These are 2017 triple whites or creams, and I dip dyed these with suede dye to give them kind of this marbled salmon pink, I don't know what you want to call this color, coral maybe? All right, I'm starting to, you know, who knows. But the reason why I like these compared to some of the other dip dye jobs that I've seen is the sole didn't take the dye because it's suede dye. So it really gives a nice contrast with that sole, matches the laces, and one thing you may not be able to see is the stitching took this dye really, really heavy. So the stitching is kind of contrasted now. I think these are super dope. And it's not a shoe you're gonna run into, you know, 50 different people wearing when you wear it, because you know, not a lot of people did these dip dye. So that's my only gripe with V2s. I know I talk a little smack on them. It's all jokes, but I just don't like how many colorways they've released on that. I can't keep up. Every single week, there's different colorways that to me kind of all look the same. Again, I'm sorry, it's just the way I feel about them. And I feel like you can only do so much with earth tones. So when I got a couple of these creams, because they've restocked so many times, I decided, take the first pair I got, let's dip dye them, let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, I never wear them again, and I've actually worn these quite a bit. So I don't know, I'm curious what you guys think. I like this color. I mean, it's pink, but you know, what's wrong with pink? But should I have done the regular dye with the soles too? I don't think so. I think these really turned out good, and this marbling effect it got from that suede dye, I like it. All right, next up on the list is a brand new pair to me. I have not even worn these yet, and that is a pair of the 2020 Nike ID, or Nike by You, I think is what they call them now, Air Max 1s in a homage to the ultramarine colorway. So curious, how'd I do, guys? I think I nailed it on these. I did some yellow accents to match that air pocket. I don't know if you can see it. And then everything else is pretty much replicated from the 180 Ultramarine, which is probably my favorite Air Max colorway of all time, maybe minus the 90 Infrared, but that's for another discussion. Can't wait to wear these. I'm a little bummed that they didn't give any of the tongue tag color options. I would have liked to have had pretty much any color but black. But at 130 bucks and not having to go through the whole thing with lines and waiting lists and all that kind of shit that goes with new releases, I'm just happy to have them hassle-free and try out Nike by You. You get them in less than 10 days now. How dope is that? So that's these. Well guys, these need no introduction because you love the leather on them, but these are the Shattered Backboard 1.0s, or the first Shattered Backboards that they ever released. These do have some pretty nice leather, I'm not gonna lie. It's not as great as everybody makes it out to be, but it's really, really good. If you haven't seen my leather comparison video, go back, watch it. I go through what I believe are the top 5 of all retros. In fact, maybe not just retros, we might have thrown an OG in there. But they're super, super dope. I cannot wait for that black toe colorway of the Shattered Backboards to come out, because those 3.0s just didn't do it for me. So if they use this quality leather with that other color, with the black toe color blocking, that's gonna be a hit. Not a lot more to say about these. I'm really not a fan of the shape. A lot of people don't realize how bad or non-OG the shape is on this particular retro. It's not as, I don't know what they did, but they made the back kind of swoop forward. They did a lower cut collar on it. It's just different. It's actually not even as good as the 2.0 Shattered Backboard, which I actually like a little bit more. But the quality on these, super, super good. And at prices the way they are now, it damn well better sure be. I think that's English, I hope. Guys, how about a pair of late 70s Waffles? These are actually made in Japan Nike. So believe it or not, Nike did for a brief period make shoes in Japan, and they did a really good job of it. They did a really good job of it, or at it, maybe. Correct me in the comments. But either way, these things are wearable today, which is amazing because we're talking about almost 50 years ago. Well, 40 and some change, but you get the idea. Really, really wish these were my size. They are not, but if I can find a 10.5 at a reasonable price, I'm definitely gonna scoop these up because I have to have a made in Japan pair that I wear. You know, not a whole lot to say about these. I love the exaggerated check. I love this blue-yellow color combination on them. These things, I mean, they're really hard to find in decent condition for people that aren't asking a whole lot of money. People tax on these. So if you are in the market for a pair, I recommend getting one in less than ideal condition and fixing them up. And try Japan, because that really seems to be where a lot of them originate. I don't know. Can't really top these as far as runners go, and I just love them. We'll put it that way. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Tune in next week for part 5. We're going to start getting into a little bit more of the heat and go back, watch the other 3. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please like, please share. We really, really need to get the word about the channel out. So I'll see you next time. Thanks as always.